Hi, I'm Ron Armstrong. Thanks a lot for stopping by. I presume that you're going to be looking at this video for really just a couple reasons. One is that you may want to see how you can actually help your body repair itself, thereby receiving optimum health. Or two, you might be looking at it as a business. So if you're going to look at it as a business, I'm just going to say this very briefly. We're a 5-year-old billion-dollar company with a product that stands alone. Nobody else has it, and we haven't hit momentum. So now let's get talking about your health. That's what's important here, right? Is your health. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to start out by saying, if you think about when you was being born, you had embryonic stem cells that was building your body. They built everything. They built your organs, eyes, everything that encompasses your body, they built. Okay? And then after you're born, those embryonic stem cells now are called adult stem cells. Function basically the same, but a little bit different. So what ends up happening is, when you're about 25 or 30 years old, your adult stem cells or your bone marrow releases less and less adult stem cells from your body. Thus starts the aging process. And good Lord, look what it's done to me, So that started, like I said, way back when you was about 25 or 30 years old. So if there's a way that you could possibly put more adult stem cells into your bloodstream, doesn't it make sense that your body would heal itself better? Now, when I talk about adult stem cells and how they act and what they do, think about this. You cut your finger, what happens? Bleeds for a little bit, blood coagulates, next thing you know you got a hard scab, and it mends from within, and pretty soon the scab falls off, and all you have is maybe just a little mark on your finger or something like that. That is what your adult stem cells do. They repair your body. They'll repair your tissues, organs, muscles. If you're an athlete and you work out a lot, man, you love the way our product works because you recover so much faster. And for those of us that's getting up in age, what boils down with me is that it helps me to where my joints aren't stiff like they used to be. I don't sound like a bowl of Rice Krispies when I get out of bed in the morning. So let me tell you what happened to me since I've been taking Stim Enhance. When I started taking Stim Enhance, I had a foot that was at a pain level or a discomfort level of around 8 on a scale of 10. And how I got that was it was in June. I'd had a motorcycle incident. It fell down on top of my leg and extended my cruciate ligament. So I go to the doctor over there at the hospital, and he takes some x-rays, and he comes back and he holds his x-rays up and he's going, well, you know what, Ron, I really don't see anything wrong with your ankle or foot or anything. And of course I thought to myself, what is this guy, some kind of a moron? My leg's like this. I can't even move it just to even try and move it. But nothing's wrong with me, so I go back to work in construction, and I work for construction through that discomfort level all the way up until I got laid off in November. Well, around the first week or so of December, Ray Michaelonis gave me a call, and he said, hey, Ron, he says, I got something I think you might be interested in. And I said, what's that? He said, he told me it was a product called Stim Enhance. And I said, well, what's it do? And he started explaining a little bit to me, and I said, well, wait a minute, Ray. I said, I'm already on a good nutraceutical program right now, and I'm not interested in going into the nutraceutical business anymore. I've been there and don't want to do it again. And he said, well, he says, here's what I want you to do, though, before you make any rash judgments. He says, I want you to go and do your research. I said, all right, I'll do my research. So he told me to go into YouTube and watch the videos on adult stem cells. A lot of research videos in there. I think you would be amazed at what's going on. They're talking, folks, of being able to take somebody's arm that maybe was blown off for some reason or another and grow a new arm. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying because if you take Stim Enhance, you're going to grow a new arm. I ain't saying that at all. What I'm saying is, the more you understand the role of the adult stem cells and where they are and what the research is with them, the more you appreciate our product. Right? For instance, this is what happened to me. Oh, back to the motorcycle thing. I had been at a discomfort level of about 8, And after less than a week of being on Stem Enhance, my discomfort level was down to around a 2 or 3. Folks, I can handle 2 or 3. It was that doggone 8 that was a killer. Okay. Another thing that happened to me was I had a little bit of a, it was a hard black scab on the side of my face about the size of my fingernail. Had it for years. You know, the only thing I attributed it to was being out in the sun all the time, as I worked construction my whole life. Okay. So I looked in the mirror one day, and this is after I'd been on Stem Enhance for a while, and the scab was gone. Amazing. You know, I don't sound like a box of Rice Krispies when I get out of bed in the morning. You know, I'm not so stiff and sore and everything like I always used to be. But the real thing that amazed me was my wife. She's an amazing woman anyhow, but she would get these severe headaches. She's got them ever since she was a youth. And what would happen was that she would have 2 or 3 severe headaches a week, and then she would have one or two a month that would just get her down sick in bed, light flashes, throwing up and everything like that. And all I could do was just sit there and watch her suffer. Not a dang thing I could do. Since she's been on Stem Enhance, she has maybe 2 or 3 less severe headaches a month, and I can't remember the last time she had one where she was down sick with vomiting and light flashes and stuff. She had something wrong with her leg that she couldn't ride in the car. She'd twist around, and it didn't matter whether we rode for 5 minutes or half an hour. It was just the way she sat in the car. And after she's been on Stem Enhance, she has no discomfort. We can ride for hours. Doesn't bother her at all. Jump on the bike, you know, and take off. She had a toe that she couldn't bend this one little knuckle here, if that's what you call it, a toe. And she couldn't wear shoes. I mean, it would just pain her something terrible to wear shoes. I figured we was going to get arrested. We'd go into a store or something somewhere. The first thing she would do would be take her shoes off. High heels was out of the question. Now, it doesn't bother her. You know, she wears high heels and she looks good in them too. So there's a couple things that happened to us. So what I'm getting at is very, 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 very simple. Not knocking the nutraceutical industry, because they got a lot of great products and some very, very fantastic representatives, as well as the stuff you can get in the health food store. What I'm saying is, I'm going to tell you just like Ray McAlonis told me. He says, Ron, I want you to do 2 things. He says, I want you to take 1 bottle of Stem Enhance. He says, write down everything that's wrong with you at the beginning of the month, before you start taking them, whatever it is. And then at the end of the 30 days, you give me a call and tell me what your results are. That's all right. And he said, but also, during this time period, what I want you to do is to go out here and research. Go into YouTube, type in adult stem cells, and do your research. So I did, almost a whole month of December. And after that first month of being on Stem Enhance and doing my research, I joined the company. It's as simple as that. But you know what? I don't care whether you join the company or not. That's really not what this is all about. What I'm concerned about is your health. I really truly mean that. If nothing else, do your research, order a bottle of Stem Enhance, write down what you got wrong with you, and call me at the end of that 30 days. I'd like to hear what happened to you and what your results are. Okay? So with that, I thank you for stopping by. Please do your research. God bless, and have a great year. Bye-bye.